heading out of Moreton Bay boat ramp today, and I've got my bets hedged in both directions. I'm thinking either bay or go down the jumping pin, so that's why I've headed down to the bottom end here so I can go in both directions. Probably leaning more towards the pin this time of year. I want to go and chase a few flatties, funnily enough chase a few brim on plastics and that sort of thing. Have a general little look around, but I'll have a bit of a go around here, see if I can find some squire or something like that, and just keep an eye on the weather. If it does drop right out, I might head up into the bay, but at this stage I think with a running tide and a bit of a southerly, I'm probably going to stay down this end and head towards the pin and chase a few smaller fish than I would normally do. Alright, it has been raining, but it is not raining today, thank goodness. The tides aren't particularly big, they're not really small, but they're not huge. We've got a bit of rain out to the south of me here, so hopefully it's not going to hit. But given it's Brisbane, it's probably going to rain on me at some stage. So, anyways, let's go out there and see what we can find, eh? All right, I just pulled up my first spot and seen a couple of fish, not a lot. Could be some squire, could be some small Jew, but I'll go have a look and see what we can find. All right, this spot's only 7 odd meters. I'm just going to throw a little 3/8 jig head with a Molex RT shad, 3.5 inch. I might drop down a bit smaller if I think they're definitely squire. Some small fish out to the right there. I'll just keep moving up a little bit further. There's definitely some fish hanging around this bit of structure. Not sure how big. Definitely some fish over there, back behind me a bit. So I'll drift back down on that. Again, I'm not saying they're really big fish, but there's some fish there. Not as many boats. I thought there had been quite a few boats out today, but it's very quiet. All right, I'm starting to see a couple of fish now. Spot lock, and I'll just keep drifting this lure down. There we go. Yep, all right. All right, we've got a squire here, I reckon. Yeah, banging around a lot like a squire. Yeah, I'll put money on it. Okay, here it comes, yep. All right, nice size fish for this bottom end of the bay anyway. Up around 400, up around 40 centimeters. So I thought either squire or small Jew, and I'm not saying there's no Jewies in there, but we've got a squire first. He's done a bit of a poo, so I'll get rid of that poo. All right, come on buddy, settle down. There we go. Oh, come on. There we go. I might put him on the measure. I reckon about 38, closer to 40 centimeters. Like I said, that little RT shad there, little 3/8 jig head, little Wakasagi colour. Well, I was on the money. He is 38.5 centimeters, I reckon, or 39, just under 39 centimeters. All right, now I'm not really keeping any fish today, so I'm going to let this guy go. Good start. Nice little squire first cast, I think. All right, bit of poo in the boat. It's not very nice. I just polished it, so I'm going to get the lighter right out because I can see quite a few fish, and I'm thinking they're probably all squire. So I might get little light gear, 1/6 little 1/6 jig head, and 10-pound leader. I might throw a long cast because there's quite a few out, about 16, 17 meters out to the right here, and waft that down. The snapper will definitely jump on that. All right, hopefully the 1/6 jig head is heavy enough to get down. Might take a little while. Be a lot more fun on this lighter gear too. 10-pound leader and P1. Might go up to a 1/4 ounce jig head. if I'm having trouble getting the bottom. Definitely squire the way they're moving around a lot and the shape that I'm getting. You can see that, but the shape there's more like a squire than a dew, and they're up off the bottom a fair bit. There we go. On the drop. Tide started coming in. Fish is coming in pretty easy now. Uh-oh. This is a pretty big fish. I hope I don't get busted off by this fish. Oh. Actually feels like a pretty big snapper. It's a good snapper. Wow. That's cool. Excellent. Yes. All right, this pole camera died just before I landed that fish, but this is why I've been hanging out here. I've been seeing these fish. I've been casting and catching nothing, but I knew there's a couple okay ones in here, but this is a much better fish than I anticipated. All right, the sun's just poked its head over the horizon and this fish has come aboard. This is a lovely, lovely fish. Absolute cracker in that first light. That biwa grub right in the corner there. 3.5 inch on that little 1/4 ounce Daiwa jig head, and that fish has come in and creamed that on the drop. Lovely fish. All right, I've got to put the sunnies on because the sun's just got me in the face there, but have a look at that fish there. That's a beautiful snapper, that one. First light, 7 meters of water. Really, really cool. Biwa grub in the corner there. Get you a look at that. There's a little jig head there, little 1/4 ounce with a 3.5 inch. Twisted the plastic around on the jigget a bit there. Probably deserved to put a new one on. That's the job there. That's the fella. Beautiful, beautiful fish in that first light as that sun's poking over those clouds. All right, just a touch under 64 centimeters. Great fish. Yeah, so just a lock knot on there. I've just got a straight knot, 10-pound Blackstream fluorocarbon leader. I've got the AMZ braid and PE1, so super light PE1, I think it's 12 pound. I got my old original Exist 3000 Daiwa there, and the old Amp 3 flathead. So pretty light outfit for this for that size fish anyway, but great fun. All right, I've lost the fish. I'm just gonna have a little move around and see if I can find them again and get back on them. But like I said, I got that fish first up and I've spent probably a good half an hour here without catching anything, but I've seen fish and I've persisted because I was just waiting for that current to start to come in. And the boat just swung around and I moved over a little bit further, found a few fish, cast in there and got that fish. So hopefully I can catch a few more, but if not, that's a great start. All right, bust ups. Oh, I can't reach that. Yep. yes. What do we got here? Oh, a tailor. They're all tailor. Thought they'd be tuna. There we go. Oh. I don't know how many I've dropped now. Too many. Oh, squid. That was a huge squid. Oh, Taylor, come and chase me. Massive big inca. Obviously Taylor chasing a squid. Can't catch one though. Oh, I'm getting hits. I cannot catch one. Surely this time. Must have had 10 hits now. Yep, got him. Finally. After all that. Yep, Taylor. All right, solid Tailor that one. Probably up towards 40 centimeters, I guess. This time of year, pretty prolific at times. This year seems to be a pretty good one, so good eating for some people. I'm not a huge fan of the old Tailor myself, but yeah, most people are happy to take that for a feed. I'm happy just to catch and release. Might throw one back in there. It's a long cast to get that, but I'll try again. All right, bit of fun, but they're not up consistently enough for me at the moment. Yeah, my arm's getting tired from winding so much, so I'm gonna keep going and try and catch those flathead that I set on the glide bait. All right, so that's the bait I'm gonna throw, a little Molix Glide 130, standard configuration with the hooks and everything. I'm seeing Taylor bust up behind me, but I'm going to give it a go for flathead quickly. No good, I'll just shoot back out and catch a couple of Taylor. But yeah, pushing my way onto the flats now and see if I can catch a big flatty on this. All right, probably going to pack it in here and go around the other side of the island and try another spot for some flat over there. Probably a smaller glide bait, I reckon. I'll be out of the wind over there. Have to hook up here. Ah, kidding me. pulled out. Had to hook up then. All right, I'm getting the fly out next. Oh, mackerel. Yeah, little school mackerel. Cool. Hey, little schooly mackerel. Yep, straight away first cut. Oh, damn it. All right, I'm up in the shallows now. Bit of an old school brim spot, and we used to spook a lot of flathead here, so I'm gonna have the glide bait out and do a bit of flathead fishing here as well. But yeah, see how we go, catching some possibly some brim and possibly some flatties. There's one, straight away. That didn't take long at all. What do we got here? Brim or flathead? I'm not sure. I think it's flathead actually. Oh no, it's a brim. Second or third cast and we got one. Good size too. Yeah, solid brim, that one. Just bring him in. Oh, come on, buddy, don't do that. Oh! All right, popped me 3 pound line. I knew that was going to happen. Couple casts in, I think we're 2 or 3 casts. We've got a nice brim, about 30 centimetres or so. Little 2 inch biwa. We'll retire that and throw it again. It's a good start though. So just tying a direct knot onto this, I don't do a loop knot with the 3 pound. We learnt that back in the day, that if you put a loop knot in really light line, it's not as strong as going to a direct knot. And when you're dealing with 2 and 3 pound fluorocarbon, you need every bit of strength you got basically. So when you're in the shallows here, you really pay attention to any sort of disturbances on the water. I've just seen a bit behind me, so I might back up a little bit and have a bit of a cast at it. It could have been just a mullet jumping, I didn't quite see it, but it's worth a look. Yeah, it could be just a school of mullet, I think. Worth casting around them though. All right, I'm gonna cut across this bank, have a go at this point over here. Seems a bit quiet on this bank, so I'm just gonna slowly motor over. All right, I've come over to the other point. There's some mullet moving around here. Bit of a go around them. Turtle there, so a bit of activity. Oh, there's a fish, yep. What do we got here? Brimbo, yep. Pretty cool. First cast up on here. We got ourselves a nice little brimbo. Seen those mullet cast in around them. Seen a turtle pop his head up, like something going on here. They really are a handful on 3 pound line. Ugh. Another nice fish, up around that 30 centimetre mark, maybe a little bit smaller than the last one. Try not to get him break me off this time. Really swallowed that lure down. I'm running a 1/12 jig head. It's a little number 2. That hook looks a bit bent. I'll have to straighten that up with a pair of pliers, I think. Nice little brim, probably 28, 29 centimeters to the tip. 29, I reckon. Anyway, see if we can catch some more. Straighten this hook out a bit. Was it basically a circle hook there for a minute? All right, I spot locked up around these mullet. See if we can't pull another one out of there, eh? A little bit of activity up on that bank up there. Something going on. I don't know if they're mullet or... Oh, mullet moving around here a bit. A lot of activity over there. Oh, what is all that? Mullet, I think. A lot of mullet around at the moment. There's a bite. Yep, got him. Another one. This one feels alright. Sometimes the little ones pull hard. Big ones sort of just sit there and shake their head around a bit for a bit. Yeah, he's smaller. He probably wouldn't be legal, that fish. He's probably 23, 24 centimeters. Cool though. It's good fun. These mullet are all swirling around. There's a bite. Oh, I didn't. I'm getting bites. Yep, got him. Coming in pretty easy. Little tacker. Little fella. Kept biting it. Oh. Come on, buddy. That is a very little brim. Let's even go 3 from 3. Oh, I think there's a fish on that straight away. Could be wrong. A bite. Yep, got him. 3 from 3. That's a trevally. Okay. Very small trevally. Can we do 4 from 4? I don't think so. I'll give it a go. So retrieve is just like a whine, a bit of a hop as I'm whining. So I wind it and like that. That's how I like to really run a curly tail. I don't put as much action into a curly tail as I do like a straight plastic or even a paddle tail. So much action as they're free falling. I like to just rely on that to a degree and then get it moving along constantly just to force the fish into a decision. All right, I've caught 4 on spot lock, so I'll keep moving. Might be moving a little bit closer. Trying to get that balance of depth where it's not too shallow, not too deep. They're pushing up, but you don't know how comfortable they're going getting in there. So different story when it's the top of tide, you're going to be in there fishing against those mangroves. But as we're fishing the bottom, start the run in, it's probably a couple of hours into run in now at least. Those fish are wanting to get up in there, but just finding that happy medium of where they are before they get up and in there. Sometimes as the tide's rising pretty quickly, you can just lose them and they go, but you can't necessarily get in there quite yet. So Got a whole heap of bait just in front of me over here. I reckon there's a really good chance of scoring a fish in there. We might be getting to that point where we're a bit too shallow here, maybe. This will be a bit short of that bait, but the next cast after that should be on the money, I think. So there's a whole heap of mullet and stuff along here. This point goes out a fair distance, so I'll follow that point out. Nothing on that cast. All right, we'll see how we go with this one. Probably just a bit short. Might not be any fish on it. Might have caught them all here. Yeah, I felt that bite. Oh, what have we got here? It's fast. It's a brim, I think. Oh, that looks like a big brim, if that's a brim. Maybe it's a trevally. Wow. Big silver flank on it. Must be a trevally. It's too fast to be a brim. Yeah. Or is that a tailor? Oh, that's a big brim, I think. He's doing tuna circles. I think I've hooked him on the belly. That's why he's pulling so hard. It's a good sized brim though. Heck yeah. High speed brims. All right, check back with me in a minute when I get it in. I think I must have hooked him in the belly. Get the net out. Oh no, he's hooked in the mouth. It just wrapped around his fin. That is a good brim, man. That is a good brim. So in a previous life, I was a brim tournament angler, and I used to fish these locations for chasing a bigger brim, and that's a good one. If I was in a comp, I'd be pretty happy with that. I'm going to throw in the measure, but I'm guessing it's about 35 centimeters. Not a huge brim, but that's a really solid brim. Really happy with that. All right, so it's a really good brim. That's 38.5 centimeters, that brim. That's pushed up against there, and that's, yeah, he's a good 38 centimeter brim. That's a cracker. Like I said, if I was in a tournament, I'd be pretty damn happy with that, 38 centimeter fish. But yeah, I'm just catching them, letting go, so we'll pop them back in and hopefully can catch some more of this size. Cracker fish. They are a special fish. They're hard to catch. Everyone sort of maligns them because there's so many of them, but to get good at catching these, it takes a lot of skill. Got a feeling there's gonna be some fish out here. This point comes right out and there's a whole bunch of mullet on the top side. The current's hitting the bank here and all the activities on the up current side, which makes sense. Getting shallower, so I might try a few casts out towards the deeper water. Little tiny tap. There we go, got him. Yep. Oh, fell off again. Definitely out that little bit deeper. Oh, he's back on it. I saw him eat that. That's pretty cool. That's got him. Oh, wind's just squalled up behind me. Little tacker. Not size. Great fun though. Another fish. Oh, come off. Oh, bites. Oh, might have felt the hook that time. Oh, still following. That's a big school of mullet. Oh, fish were having a go at that. Yep, we got something underneath the school of mullet there. Bit like a brim, bit like a big brim. Got some silver flashes out there. Excuse the wind noise, sorry. This brim was sitting right underneath that school of mullet. That's a good fish too. It's another one up. Probably not as big as that other one at 38, but well and truly over 30 centimetres this fish. Nice brim. Get away from the electric, buddy. Yeah, nice fish. Solid brim. Kelly tail right in the corner. Well, I think this one will be 35. Let's have a look. Just under 34. A little bit off. Yeah, smidge under 34. So another good fish, another really good fish. Underneath the school of mullet. That's cool. Off you go. All right, that's pretty cool. Little 3/4 hour session, I guess, on brims. So like I said, little 1/12 in the BY grub, 2.5 inch, 3 pound fluorocarbon straight through. So that's the FC Sniper from Sunline, 3 pound on a little Daiwa Infeed X, and my amped 702L. That's the 4 to 8 pound in the brim. So great little combo, good for 3 pound line, hopping these little plastics in that 1/12. And yeah, some cracking brim. That was good fun. All right, I'm going to go back around and see if I can find those mackerel and tailor again, and then I'll start heading back towards the ramp and just have a bit of a look around and see a couple other places, see if there's any fish hanging around there. But yeah, it's probably blowing over 10 knots, at least 10 knots behind my back there. I've got that rain over my shoulder there as well. That's going past. It looks like it's going to head to the north of me. Just looking out now, saw a bit of a bust up, but that's might have just been turtle or something. But anyway, okay, so yeah, I'm going to start heading back and see if I can find any more fish on the way home. All right, pulling into the harbour now. Wasn't much action after that bream session. Had a quick look for some mackerel and tuna, but didn't really see a great deal. Had a look around a couple of other spots, but wasn't much doing. And I don't know if you can see it there behind me, but there's some rain coming. Temperatures dropped a few degrees, so it's definitely going to dump some rain of some description on me. So I thought, oh, best get out of here before I get wet. Not a bad session in the end. Got that snapper, quite a few bream, mackerel, tailor. Yeah, no flatties unfortunately, but yeah, it was a really good day out in the water. So, all right, I'll catch you next week. Cheers, guys.